What is the alcohol level on something like that?
About 12%.
Okay. So yeah, that'll sneak up on you.
Yeah, it does. I think my highest alcohol one is the elderflower, because that one just didn't seem to want to stop.
Where did it end up?
At 18%.
18.
What? No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it does.
That couldn't possibly... Like, I know you're 12%. I guessed it was around 12%. But it's so smooth, you don't really taste the alcohol unless you really look for it. But there's no way that elderflower is 18%.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
It is. Yeah, it is. Because Mandy, who it's named after, like, because she drinks my mead, and it takes a bit to hit her. And she had the same amount of that as she does an ordinary mead, and she said she couldn't move after 2 glasses.
Damn, that alcohol is very well hidden.
It is, yeah.
If I'd seen that was 8%, I would have given that an extra 2 points on my marking when I was judging it with you, Vicky.
I noticed it was a higher alcohol level than the other ones, but as you say, it was very well integrated, and unless you were really paying attention, you didn't catch it. But I could see where 2 glasses of that would have you not able to get out of your chair.
I didn't see it as being 18 though. I would have said 14, maybe 15. I would not wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, it hit me. It hit me as a higher one, but that's only because I've got 3 or 4 fortifieds that I get on a fairly regular basis. So I'm kind of familiar with it. But
and 8 to 10 years experience judging on me as well.
About 15 years by the time it's all said and done. I try not to think about how long it's been. What kind of chocolate are you using, Sueann? Is it like nibs or beans or what?
I've still got to perfect actually brewing with the chocolate in it. But what I do is I add a chocolate essence because I haven't quite perfected with the cocoa. Oh, okay. So I use an essence. Yeah.
I was wondering because it's got, you can definitely tell it's chocolate, but I get a coffee note in all your ones with chocolate in it. There's like a very definite kind of coffee thread through there that I was picking up, and I was trying to figure out where that was coming from. And it's not, it complements the mead, but it was just, just something that kind of struck me. I thought it was interesting.
Is that something that Queen make, or?
Yes, Queen make the essence. Yeah.
Okay.
And I buy it. Yeah, no, because I've tried with using cocoa actually in the ferment, and it just takes so long because of the oils in the cocoa. I've had one sitting there for a couple of years now, and it still hasn't cleared because of the oils in the cocoa.
Are you using? Were you using powdered cocoa or?
I've tried nibs and powdered cocoa.
Okay, I take it you don't have the defatted cocoa down there, because you can get defatted here.
Oh, can you? No, yeah. I don't think we have.
Yeah, I remember somebody saying
you can get defatted anything.
Yeah, well, in the U.S. especially, they take the
crazy
fat out of everything. It's ridiculous. It ruins everything, But but for the purposes,
no fat, but
but it's like fat tastes good. I like fat. But yeah,
all the taste is stop taking it out of my food.
For purposes of fermentation, it does become a bit problematic. So.
They make up for it with sugar, don't they?
Yeah, they pretty much do. Yeah. Yeah, if you see something that's low fat, generally speaking, they've added sugar to it. But
taste somewhere.
Well, yeah, you have to get it back. But yeah, it's now I've got the talking through a fan thing that Hamish was getting earlier.
Well, just power through it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just power through it because I can't really, shut off and come back on again. So especially since I'm the one who instigated the call. But yeah, it's. I remember somebody saying that for purposes of making beverages, because in the course of making it, there's that whole oil slick thing that happens. Even if you're not fermenting, it just does that. That they made a defatted cocoa that worked really well.
Okay. Wonder if I could see if I could source it here.
Yeah, it's worth looking into.
Well, yeah. Okay.
For what it's worth, I've used cocoa in secondary, and I did not find I had oil slick problems.
Even if you do, I mean, I use rose water, which leaves an oil slick, and rose petals leaves an oil slick when I'm making my rotamels, and I just rack out from under it. Yeah, leave that part of it in there.
Okay.
Hamish is double posting here.
Yep. I'm just looking at your idea of the queen chocolate extract, which we know works a treat because your chocolate comes through beautifully. And I found a site that talks about making your own chocolate extract, so I just posted that on the page.
Ooh. Okay, cool.
Which may, if you want to work with chocolate nibs and not buy the queen stuff, might actually work for you.
I'll have a look for it.
If you could send your mead to a distillery and have them distill it and then use that to extract the chocolate.
Oh my god.
That would just be too perfect.
Oh, and you know, going back to your lolly line, you know, your lolly line of meads. Have you guys thought about doing like chocolate cordials? I don't know if that's something that's allowed. Here you have to have a special license.
What is a chocolate cordial?
You take an you fill a hollow. Basically, you make a bonbon, but you fill it with mead instead of something else.
Oh, that's what you mean. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They call them cordial chocolates here. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. When you said chocolate cordial,
oh, you're thinking of chocolate cordial, which is also good.
Yeah,
I should have said cordial chocolate. That would have been clear.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, but
it would help me. Yeah.
Sorry, but yeah, make basically a mead filled. There's a couple of meaderies in the States that do basically mead injected bonbons or chocolate cordials, cordial chocolates. Sorry, and and they fill that. They basically sort of. They just fill the inside with mead, so you bite into it and it goes swoosh in your mouth, and it's so good.
Oh my god!
Good. Oh my god!
That would
like a liqueur chocolate.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
Yeah, it's just a liqueur chocolate, exactly. Yeah, and Hamish, I am so very sorry because they had those. David at Redstone sells those in Boulder, and I completely forgot to tell you when you were there.
You!
Oh no,
evil woman! Now I'm just going to have to come back. You planned this, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
You could always bring them when you come to Australia next year.
Yeah, assuming that they'll let me through customs with them. I'm not sure they will.
Yeah, they will. It's chocolate.
Oh, okay. Chocolate's okay?
Yeah.
As long as I bribe the customs guy with one.
Yeah.
Here's the ones I'm taking with me, and here's the box for you, sir.
Try them; they're good.
Oh, okay. Now you're in trouble, Sueann, because Dennis is saying he really likes the idea of chocolate-filled mead. You see, his business brain is turning now.
Yeah, I'm up one end of the 10 acres, and he's down the other, so I can't.
Oh, so he can't exactly grab you, huh?
No. So he's in the big green shed. I'm in the house.
Ah, okay.
That would be amazing for a Christmas stall or for gifts. Just doing some of your sweet lolly meads inside chocolate.
Oh yeah. Well, if
that
you
would be phenomenal.
Can you imagine if you did like your orange and chocolate? What's the name of the candy that these are?
Jaffa.
The
Jaffa one. Okay, if you took the Jaffa and you put it inside like a dark chocolate.
She could put a traditional inside chocolate, and it would be awesome.
You can put pretty much any of yours inside chocolate, and it would be awesome.
Yeah.
I think Vicky's going into a coma. Do you back sweeten these things at all, or do they come out, or you bottle them as they come out?
I bottle them as they come out. So each batch might be slightly different from the last.
Oh.
Same ingredients, but they, no two batches are exactly the same.
Right, as a true artisan product should be.
Yeah.
Okay. So no back sweetening. Wow. Okay.
So if a mead goes up to 18%, do you feed it as it goes along, or do you just deal with it as a bit drier?
The elderflower just did its own thing. I reckon, again, the elderflower has wild yeast, and the wild yeast helped to take it to 18%.
Okay.
So it's just a bit more dry?
Yes, it's drier. It's not so sweet. It's more dry. It's a drier mead.
Well, that'd work with elderflower. That'd be nice. Like they do the dry champagnes out of elderflower.
Yeah. Most of the meads I've had that are elderflower meads tend to be dry. That just seems to be the way they always go. I'm not sure why they do, but they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon it might have something to do with the wild yeast. It's probably in the flowers.
Could be, yeah.
Okay. What about filtering them? Do you how do you clarify? Do you use bentonite? Do you filter? Do you?
I use I go to the brew shop that we have here, and I get it's made by Still Spirits, and it's a 2-part process.
Oh, super clear?
That's the one.
That's
something.
super clear.
Yeah, it's very, very similar. I think it's very similar to super clear, and I just do that, and then as I'm bottling it, it gets filtered as well.
Okay. You know what I love. You're just not worried. You're not worried. You're very. It's very. Very.
It's no fuss.
Right.
The way it comes out is the way it goes. Yeah. Unless it's really bad. Unless it's really bad, it doesn't make it to the bottle.
Well, it seems to be working for you. You know, I mean, your meads are the ones that I had were pretty good, so I didn't have any complaints at all.
I don't have a lot of mistakes that get thrown out, so which is really good.
Cool.
Sueann, if you were beginning, or if you were recommending a recipe to a beginner, what would you get started with in terms of Aussie ingredients? Is there a honey that you think makes a really good traditional, if we can't just buy from your guy?
And you totally can't.
I totally can't, so...
if they... some of the gum honeys are really good, and just make a traditional out of a gum honey, or if they can buy a mixed blossom from somewhere, just make a traditional. Because I usually about 3 kilos of honey for 5 litre batch is what I normally use.
3 kilos.
I love you, Sueann. You're just like, just some honey. So, just use it.
So hang on.
Your attitude is
3
awesome.
kilos per 5 litre batch, did you say?
Yeah. Yeah, it's what I normally use. Is 3 kilos of honey per 5 litre batch.
Are you sure you don't mean 3 pounds?
No, kilos.
For a 5 liter? Yeah, it's what, 1.25 gallons? American?
3 kilograms.
Yeah, something like that.
3 kilos is like 2, 4, 6, 7 pounds? 6.5?
7 pounds, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Twice what I'd put in a JAO normally.
Yeah. But a JAO is different, though. That's...
Well, sure.
Wait, twice.
Wow.
Close.
Yeah, remember, it says she's D47's gonna. It's hungry.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a hungry little beast.
Right.
D47.
Yeah. Cool.
Interesting. So
how did you make the leap from homemade maker to professional? You said you're making 5 litre batches. Did you just start selling what you've got when you ran out, or was there some big jump to running to your 100 litre fermenters?
Well, starting off with my 5 litre batches, because I used to supply a few of the reenactment groups at Medieval and that, and they said, look, they said if you took this commercial, they said you would you'd do one, you'd be able to sell so much that you wouldn't be able to keep up, which is sort of the way I go at Medieval anyway. And so, yeah, I've had my license